Guess what? We're live. You're not here yet, but you'll be here in a minute or two. And if you're watching this later on, thank you for watching this later on. We're about to welcome the people that are here right now. Thank you so much for showing up. My name is Jim Kerr. Tonight I get to hang out with Roy and Nicole from Peter Burgers. Yeah, I'm going to give you a little bit of intro footage here, and then we're going to get right into the Freedom Convoy and what it looked like 2 years ago today. Okay? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Okay, here we go. We're going to get you into a live screen situation, a share screen situation, whereby I'm going to give you a little bit of introduction of the people that are going to be on our screen right now. This is Roy and Nicole from Peter Burgers. Okay. You're looking good. Oh, did you like that? Did you like that? Okay, here we go. I'm going to give you them. Now, this is outside of their restaurant in Peterborough called Peter Burgers back when a bunch of people were rallying for support for them. Like they're gonna give us this. Good to see you. All right, so I think you guys get a hint of what's going on there. Ladies and gentlemen, Roy and Nicole from Peter Burgers. Hello, folks.
What's going on, buddy?
How's it going?
Dude, it's good. It's good. I'm so glad you guys came.
Video.
You were coming, then you weren't, then you were coming, and you weren't.
Yeah, no, sorry about that. We had to get out of some things.
It's all good, brother. I'll tell you, we got nothing but memories, man. We could go on all night here. I don't think people understand the depth of kind of camaraderie that can happen over a short period of time when we're engaged in the same kind of activities, man. It is really great to see your faces.
You as well, man. We miss you lots.
Well, man, I'll tell you, we got some things to talk about tonight. First of all, I'm not going to make the mistake I've made previously. I want you to introduce yourselves as kind of who you were before the Freedom thing, who you became during the Freedom thing, and kind of where you're at right now. If you could, just the floor is yours.
That's loaded. Yeah, that's loaded.
Go where you want with it, buddy.
All right.
Well, I can definitely start. I think that who we were before everything happened were just we were entrepreneurs. We had big dreams of opening up a restaurant, and we finally were able to do that with Peter Burgers. We were super excited, and unfortunately, we opened 3 months before the pandemic, and that changed everything for us. That changed our entire life pattern.
all our goals, 6 month, 1 year, 3-year goals all went out the window pretty quick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I'll let you take over from there.
Yeah. So I mean, we had a plan with the restaurant, and we just wanted to be entrepreneurs and build a business and build a lives and hopefully something that for the future, for our kids and everything and whatever, you want to build your life for the better. And then unfortunately when you know, the government decides they want to step in and tell you how you're going to do it and how you're not going to do it. Well, obviously we had problems with that, as we all see, but it became
hold on a second. Okay, so people might not know the problems that you had, dude. Like, I mean, let's just talk about the onslaught of abuse that you guys had to tolerate for a little while there. Can you give us something?
Yeah.
Go for it.
We definitely realized that something wasn't right very quickly during the pandemic, and we made the decision that we were not going to run our business that way. We weren't going to behave the way that they were trying to make us behave, as far as excluding people from our restaurant and asking for personal medical information and so on and so forth. And it opened up a door for the community, for one, to hate on us, really. In return, we got a tremendous amount of love and support too. So it definitely countered each other. But the city was brutal. We had many tickets. We had undercovers coming in. Eventually, they wound up changing the locks on our restaurant. They seized it. The reviews were horrible. We were getting letters in the mail, death threats. We were being stalked. We had Reddit pages. We were on the front page of the newspaper.
People were contacting my parents and our family.
The Peterborough Examiner half a dozen times. It was quite brutal.
There was a lot of stuff like that, and stuff that you're going to expect. The harassment, of course, that anybody who stood up has been victimized with the harassment and the bully of the opposition and of the government. I think the part that was most disturbing is once we got the restaurant back, we were
shut down for
shut down for a few months. I forget how long it was now,
but we didn't.
But when we got the restaurant back and we reopened, now when we first opened the restaurant, we had to go through the city, the fire department, everything, do all inspections. All inspections were done. Everything was approved. We had all our licensing. We had all our certificates, everything we needed. And then all of a sudden, when we got the restaurant back, within a few days of reopening, the city had the fire marshal had come in, and all of a sudden, somehow between the day they seized the restaurant and us reopening, somehow our whole fire suppression system was no longer legal, and he's ordering that we had to have it rebuilt within like 3 weeks, and it was like $5,000 to do
15.
it. 15 grand. Sorry, 15 grand to redo it. And no word of a lie. An hour later, Public Works came in and said that all of our backflows and all of our water systems had to be rebuilt too because they didn't meet code.
Mm-hmm.
So we knew this was corruption coming from the mayor. So we went and we filed for the Freedom of Information Act for all emails pertaining Peter Burger's, my name, Nicole's name, Rally, Freedom, anything of the sorts. We filed for the Freedom of Information Act. It kept getting stalled. And weeks later, they finally said it's ready. And we went to pick it up, and it was one page that had nothing to do with us or anything. It had to do with some park.
Asked for.
Some park. So I went back in. I'm like, what is this? Oh, well, we can't give it to you now because it's part of a police investigation. So they refused to give us the Freedom of Information Act. We knew it was coming from the mayor. I told the Public Works guy, I said, tell the mayor this is corrupt and we'll see her in court. And he just looked at me stone-faced. Mm-hmm. And so it continued. The corruption continued. Yeah, the store was vandalized. There was a lot of stuff, but we kind of...
Even when we reopened, you were there for the grand reopening, and then we got nailed with
noise complaints.
And we got fined $600 noise complaint ticket. And then it's dumb because they wound up making us pay what it was like a jab to us, the hearing society or something.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was exactly. We had to pay to some charity anyway, and it was a joke charity.
Yeah, it was. They didn't even exist in Peterborough, and then they made us go to Oshawa to pay it.
Okay, folks, I want to be clear. I want to be clear. This burger thing was actually a front for cocaine distribution, right? It was gun running. I mean, the way you guys did.
But that no, was like, definitely, there was rumors of that.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Wow. Okay, so just so that the folks at home know, give us some context when this happened in relation to the trucker convoy.
Yeah.
Yep. This, I believe it was actually beginning of September when we got the first round of tickets. I want to say.
What year?
I think it was. Good Lord, what year is it now?
Was it before or after the trucker convoy?
It was like 6 months before the convoy.
It was long before the convoy. And what ultimately happened was we pretty much lost the Peterburgers platform that we started really speaking out on. And then that's when we created Hold Fast. So Hold Fast had existed for quite some time. We met you because we actually put together the Kingston rally and convoy to support Kelly Hale because nothing had started in Kingston for his support. So we put that together, and that's how we met.
Jack's Tuesdays, baby. Yeah, that's right. That's the first time we met, eh? Isn't that something?
That was the first time we met. Yeah.
Okay,
so it was a while before the convoy.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. I know the folks at home are expecting to see convoy stuff, so we're going to start with that right now. We're going to get into our first bit of footage here on the convoy, and I want you guys to weigh in at any time. I'm going to put the volume down on the thing if we need to so that we can hear you, but I really want to hear your thoughts, memories, and anything else that comes to you as we relive some of these moments of the convoy here, okay?
Awesome.
No, actually, you know what? We're not going to start with that one. We're going to start with this one.
And it's clear many people just aren't going to stand down.
Here's the day today. Can I ask you guys when you first heard about the convoy and when you kind of showed up? Can you give us a little bit on that?
Yeah. So, ironically, of course, we'd heard about the convoy. We had already been to Ottawa the December before the convoy for 3 days with people, and we were already down there protesting. And then when we started hearing about the trucker convoy, of course, it got exciting. Unfortunately, 2-3 weeks before the convoy came, Nicole's mom actually passed away, and we had to go to Arizona. So we were in Arizona when they were actually planning it, and they were traveling across Canada. I think we got there on the second day.
Yeah.
I think. So we'd actually driven from Arizona and then drove to Virginia because our friend's wife had passed away as well. So we drove from Arizona to Virginia, and then Virginia to Peterborough, and then to Ottawa.
Yeah, we literally slept for like 5 hours, and then we went straight to Ottawa, and there's no words to describe what it was like driving in there and seeing everybody.
It was a rush. I mean, just hearing those horns gives me goosebumps again, man. But the energy, well, everybody says the same thing. None of us have ever experienced anything like this in our lives, and we never will again. But it was, and we were there, man. We were there the whole time. The whole time. We were very, very busy. We were helping with some stuff, we'll say, and doing everything we could to make sure that people had what they needed. People had food, clothes, cigarettes, anything they needed, and tried to help out as much as we could.
So how did you guys, like, did you guys stay in a hotel? What did you do? How did you sort that?
We went back and forth there was some days we went back home.
We mostly stayed with y'all.
Yeah, in
at
Quebec.
V's.
Yeah, in Quebec. Yeah, I think we had a hotel the last 2 nights, I think. Once the cops started moving in,
Yeah.
then we managed to get a hotel room. And so that way we knew we weren't gonna have any problems
Actually,
getting
somebody
back
gave
in.
us a hotel room.
Yeah,
because
somebody gave us rooms.
They
That's
were
right.
leaving, and so they gave us the hotel room to stay for the weekend, and that's when we stayed there.
So we did a lot of back and forth. There was some days where we drove to Ottawa in the morning, were there all day, and then drove back that night, and then got up the next morning and came back, because obviously we had other things going on too. So we were literally sometimes sleeping for like 4 hours just to make sure we could get back and forth to lend our support wherever we could.
Okay, so the trucker convoy, I think to most, kind of took us all by surprise. We weren't really sure what the hell to make of it at the beginning, anyway, for sure. So what was when did you first hear about it? What did you think about it? Like, what drew you to go?
We didn't really know what to think about it. At that time, we were really, really obviously involved with Hold Fast and whatnot, and doing a lot of convoys and rallies in our area. And so we were communicating to a lot of people from Arizona, about different things that, were going on, trying to keep updated. People were trying to get organized, stuff like that. And I didn't really know what to think about it until we started seeing some of the live footage of, the truckers traveling there and seeing all the people on the side of the roads, and then just hearing all the stories. And we were like, we need to get there like now. We should have been there yesterday,
It was hard too, because there's so many things that we were involved with that, unfortunately didn't turn out as big as planned. So sometimes it would be a little distressful in the sense, it's like, okay, the truckers are coming. Is this one going to pull it out? But I remember the day that we got there, and I remember saying to Nicole, I'm like, if this doesn't work, I don't know what the hell's gonna.
Yeah. It felt like the last hope almost.
It was the last hope, yeah. It felt like, we were at the OK Corral. Here we go.
Wow. Well, it definitely provided a lot of hope for a lot of people. And I guess you guys have now heard that the Emergency Act has been declared illegal.
Yeah. I'd like to see something come of that too.
Everything we're looking at here, folks, is not some disruptive dissidents who want to take down the government. No, these are regular Canadians who came out and did one of the most peaceful protests of all time, legal peaceful protests of all time. And as you'll see as we go on a little bit later, they were kind of like bullnosed out of there, forced. We were forced out of there.
Yeah, for sure. And it's as far as that goes, I'm not going to say I wasn't shocked. I actually was shocked that it was actually deemed illegal, because at the rate everything else is gone, and the level of corruption, and it's not just in Canada, trust me, it's all over the world. And the level of corruption runs so deep. I was actually surprised it got that far. We knew right away, we're like, okay, they're going to appeal it, and then we'll see where it goes. Now, the pressure that's coming down, now I heard something, I haven't had a chance to research, but apparently Trudeau has been caught now that he was using fake data to release to the news, to release to the people during the pandemic. So, what more do we need before this guy needs to step down? Which, trust me, if he steps down or gets ousted, I'm going to celebrate. But that is just the tip. He's just a puppet, is all he is. Because, who's running into line next unless it's an election? You got Twitchy Freeland, which could probably be even worse.
Yeah.
So,
well, the thing about this is that I think that when we saw the convoy, we saw a bunch of regular citizens doing what they thought they could do to make things better. We don't have any grand plans here. Although when I say that, there's a lot of people working on some very tangible things that can make progress in all of this. I mean, there are people that are working with the councillors, working with the mayors, working with the laws, working with, smaller groups of independent people. There's a lot of different things happening, and I'm very, very encouraged right now. We'll talk at some point about all the great things that are happening. It's been a while since we caught up, but at this point, what I like to do, I'd like to jump into some daytime footage. Okay, we're going to start daytime today on the 31st of January, 2022. Okay.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we're here at Ground Below Zero. Yeah, that's Confederation Park here in Ottawa. This is the center of operations for the ongoing operation here in Ottawa. We're about to go on a little gallivant. We here at, the base camp essentially has a really cool Zen vibe about it. I was just crying because I remembered Fairy Creek and what happened out there, and the kind of things we're up against. Thankfully, we have good people like this guy.
When the 12 TPs go up here, mark my word, that's the beginning of world peace. The First Nations and we the people can stand together. We have everything here set for the world. Let's start with Canada. Let's start with our nation first and foremost. For we the people have the power. We the people have people above us telling us exactly what to do through the law for us to survive as we the people. Thank you. Ottawa, Federation Park. The TPs are coming up. One at a time. 12 is world peace. The starting of world peace.
This man is an Indigenous young man, and he, if you'll notice here, he's got this pouch around his neck. It's a sacred tobacco pouch, and he actually gave one to me, and I was wearing it throughout the thing for quite a while. From here, we headed up from Confederation Park up to see what was going on. There's a circle. Yeah, I don't know about you folks who weren't down at Confederation Park. When I said it was the center of things, Roy, Nicole, myself, and a group of people had been there about a month ago, or a month previous to this, for Bear Hug 1.0. So this was kind of a coming home for us. So we anticipated that we were the center of the world, of course, because, aren't we? So that's right. All right. I'm going to show you what happens once we get up to go across the Rideau River here, going across the streets. And then we're getting up into the streets here.
That's Sussex and Rideau, isn't it?
We are. Man. And at this time, there was still traffic coming through. I don't know how they managed, but a couple of days in, and new cars were coming in all the time. The convoy, what would you guys have been doing at about this time? How would you have been spending your time?
How were we around this time?
Yeah, right at the beginning. I remember you were looking for a cart. You took my cart and we were going to move. I think we were moving fuel or something at this point, weren't we?
So, yeah, from literally the first hour we got there, we rounded into a few people. I think we met up with you and Ryan, of course, and a few of our favorites. And we immediately started distributing fuel. We had teams set up back home. We had a few different teams set up in Ottawa. Fringe minority. And we were At first, we were literally carrying the cans from lower downtown all the way up to Parliament Hill, just carrying them by hand. And then we got some wagons.
I know.
By the time it was
We
all,
broke your wagon.
we broke your wagon.
I
But
remember.
by the time it was all said and done, we had delivered 50,000
All
liters.
right, so the same barricades.
Is that right?
Were there before, but they made
And we
some
were also
improvements. They
doing
got
regular
back
gas
up
too.
a
It's funny. I
couple
saw, I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. The yellow Bronco there. We kept him rolling. Geez, I still talk to him once in a while, and I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. Anyways, but from Quebec. And yeah, so we had a few different areas. We had an amazing team of people that we were working with, and it was so well coordinated. It was amazing. It was amazing, and that's what we focused on. And then once we knew everybody had that, there was a couple times we walked past the trucks. You know, do you need anything? And the guy's like, "Man, I'm out of cigarettes." And Nicole gave him, her pack. You know, you need Timmy's, you need sweater. We went around and handed a bunch of holdfast hoodies to the guys, and
one of the things too that I think we forget about is when we all went down to help the convoy that was what's the word I'm looking for?
Oh, the
Do you remember that?
Dude, I'm gonna pull up that footage. Keep talking. It's all good. I
My.
can find it.
Yeah. What was there? 6 of us?
oh, at the bridge.
Yeah.
And they had taken protest or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they had blocked the convoy and they had directed them. It was all inside job, and they had directed them down a side road where they were ultimately surrounded by 300 counter protesters. Were kept there for hours.
They were kept for over 12 hours against their will. They were kidnapped, and the swarms of police officers that were there did nothing about it. They
And that's
would
when
not release them.
We were getting their phone calls, and they're like, "We need help." And that's when we met up with you, and we're like, "We gotta go see what's going on." And only 8 of us walk up there, and there's 300 counter protesters that are.
Remember, we got the video. Okay, let's do this. All right. Hold on. Let's see if we can get out. Where are we? Might have went in alone. I know we'll get alone. So all of these people here are like.
Okay, well, enjoy your time in prison. When are you guys gonna fuck off and go home?
Love you, brother.
Fuck off and go home.
Love you, man.
I love you guys' energy. You guys got great energy.
Eddie.
Angry people here.
Yeah, it's normal.
Dude, that was so, like, blood was just boiling walking up there.
There was like a half a dozen cars and trucks, and they just blocked them all in. They started, what? I don't know. Glad you took me here.
I was nervous.
I was nervous.
They separated.
I just don't want you to get hit, all right?
I'm sorry, you were nervous. You say?
Okay, no problem. Just make sure people get out safe. The cop order says we don't need you here. Well, other eyeballs need to see what's going on.
Cops don't need me here.
The news.
I'm saying.
Show all sides and try to be as impartial as we can.
Oh, this guy. I remember that guy. So these are the cars of Freedom people that have been blocked in here. They want to leave and they can't. They were misdirected. They thought that this was actually going to be some kind of rally or something. And as I understand it, it was put together by the counter protesters to bait them. And when they got there, they closed off the streets and trapped them. Is that right?
Yep. That's right. They were there 12, 14 hours. Nowhere to go to the washroom.
They were
Nothing.
making the counter protesters were making the people get out of their cars and take their Canadian flags down. And the people were afraid in their vehicles. They were scared. I was scared.
All of us were assaulted.
We had our phones ripped out of us, snow kicked in our faces. We were all separated.
The hate from those people, my Lord.
Weird, eh?
Yeah. I love these people that are calling us fascists, but they're the ones that are saying you have to do this or you can't. It's like, you're the fascist.
It's
and of course being called a Nazi every 30 seconds because that makes a lot of sense.
I wonder where in this video. I'm gonna have to zip through and see if I can find out. But you'll see that kind of behavior that you're talking about. That kind of like,
Oh yeah, they're taking the flag down.
okay, just so you know,
God.
I talked to that guy, right?
Yeah.
He pulled down the flag on his own. He was one of us. He pulled down the flag on his own just so that they wouldn't get a hold of it. I know he did that in a little brutal manner, but the guy's like, he was in a bad situation. But anyway, yeah, I talked to him. I might actually talk to him.
Why are you so angry? Why are you so mad, bro? Why are you so mad? Not like you've been stuck in one spot for 16 days? 15 minutes, look at you!
You want to know the scariest part about this? Is that we later found out that this was all a school board.
It was all school board?
It was all a school board meeting. Who was a part of that told us? And they'd gotten the emails and they were...
I don't remember, but I would note them anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, no way. Okay, well, there you go. My son was in there filming with me on another account. He held it to his composure quite well.
It actually makes me angry just watching it again.
No.
It does. You tear down your
I'm the one
You want your trucker buddies to come down here? Bring them all.
Why don't you go up and say hi?
Don't be angry.
That's because you're a coward.
I'm not.
You're a coward full of hatred. Hey, buddy? You're a coward full of hatred.
Don't inflame. Don't inflame.
Oh, no, to the phone. Yeah. Real men backs up, buddy. Rod, you're right. You hear that?
Love you guys.
Real men.
Oh, here's a conversation that I had with these two people, wonderful human beings that were trapped in all this, and we're just zenning out. Okay, ready? Here you go.
Love you guys. Love you guys.
We're doing it. I've been here since 9 o'clock.
They want us to go home. We cannot move from here.
And we are home. It's our fucking city.
We just brought like 8 people with us, and there's another couple cars coming. We just found out, so we're coming. And they are moving the truck slowly up. So Anyway, thank you for your peace.
Same, man.
Love you guys.
Good job.
We're not that bad.
We're just terrible people, aren't we?
Yeah.
Wait till
And then-
look at this.
And there's one more guy at the back.
Everything, not just what you want to see.
Can't be loved all the time.
Go home! Go home!
Oh, here we go. This is where I start getting a little insistent. Look, grab my phone.
God.
My girlfriend was watching all of our streams and she was like, you need to go where Jim is. And I'm like, I was surrounded alone. I'm like, I don't know where he is. She's like, he's over here. And like, we're all streaming live, but we were all separated and surrounded by people screaming at us.
Yeah. We weren't as a group, were we? Yeah, it was wild to be outnumbered by this kind of like latent hostility. It was a really violent hostility.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I believe.
Hey, I don't care if
Just hit me in the face. Do you see that? That guy.
Oh, this is where it gets gnarly. This is the kind of thing that could happen.
like that. That's a nice version of silver. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, you don't want to be seen? You don't want to see? She don't want to see. She don't want to see. You're gonna bounce it off, buddy. Somebody just hit me in the face. Do you see that? That guy just hit me.
Oh, that hurt. This hurt my ears. It was really loud.
Ram Ranch 2022. Head over to Ram Ranch right now. We're having a Make sure that you
Watch
guys
out,
are
I'm gonna
there.
get
Ram
loud.
Ranch 2022. Don't stop the party. We're heading it over to Ram Ranch. I want to see you guys all there. I know we had some problems with the organization before.
Putting it right in my ear. Like literally, like
Yep.
that far.
Yep.
Everyone was assaulted there, and the cops did nothing. Nothing.
The cop, the one guy, they all started pushing me into, like, I was in knee high of snow, and the one guy was kicking snow in my face, and the cop did grab him and make him stop. And I was like,
Yeah, told them to stop.
yeah, but he actually grabbed him
Look at it.
he
Look
was.
at it.
I know. Did you see this guy? Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Can you imagine if we did that? Could you
Oh, God,
imagine?
no.
We'd be
No,
sitting in
We
jail
gotta-
for 2.5 years.
We're going to check that again. Let's see if we can hear his voice, too. Hold on. We're getting a little bit.
Don't stop the party. Ram Ranch 2022.
Yes. Come on, buddy. Here we go. Here we go.
Make sure you see everybody there.
You want to take this? You want to take this? Come on, man. Let's go. Fuck off.
He doesn't look like he can fight, does he? Yeah, I can't fight. That guy looks like he can't fight. I literally on the inside was thinking that, like I was kind of laughing a little bit, but I knew that if I actually laughed, that it would make it worse, so I didn't.
Yeah.
Get out, you fucking
Here we
freak.
go again. Here we go again.
Get out of here. Get lost, assholes.
So I'm feeling. They like to gang up, eh?
Well, that's what they do.
Our street, fuck off. Our streets. Our street, fuck you. Our street, fuck you. Our street, fuck off. Our street, fuck you. Fuck you. Get out. Fuck off. Don't touch him. Fuck off. Get out. Fuck you. Fuck you. Get out. Don't touch him. Get out, you fucking creep. Fucking creep. I'm not touching him. I'm not touching him.
Don't touch him, buddy.
Get out of here, you motherfucker.
Just go back to your bunker and your canned goods there.
Go
back to your bunker and your...
Yeah, good one.
I wish I had a bunker to get back to.
Go back to your bunker and your canned goods.
Listen, guys, sir, I don't want you in people's faces right now.
I'm sorry.
No, listen, I understand that, but I've watched you. You're being somewhat confrontational. We don't need that right now. We're getting the vehicles out. I don't need you to interrupt that.
No problem.
You
Where can
understand
I
that?
sit and film?
You're welcome to stand on the side because we're moving
Okay,
through
tell
here.
me where, and so that
Just-
everybody will agree and not push me further.
Absolutely. As long as you stay put there, we're okay with
Right
that.
here? I'm okay right here?
Pushing us.
Okay, guys, you officers.
You were the guy grabbing the
Thank you,
megaphone.
officers.
You were the guy grabbing the megaphone. He's the guy
Now I've got the megaphones that were stuck in my ear. Yeah.
They walk away and the people come put their signs in your face again.
But you're being confrontational.
Yeah.
Corruption to the highest levels.
Absolutely not.
Well, you know, and we can maybe get into this a little bit because I want to be real clear on police and how I feel about police. I feel that they got a really tough job, and I think most of them do it right. I think that there's a percentage, however, that put their paycheck over, their commission to serve the public, and that is problematic. When they put their, they have discretion so that they don't have to compromise themselves, hopefully. But many do, and those are the ones I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with the profession. I don't have a problem with the uniforms. I think it's great. We need them, but we need ones that use their discretion on behalf of the people they're supposed to be serving. That's kinda how I
They
feel.
swear an oath when they take that job, and every one of those cops broke their oath. So yeah, we've got friends that are cops, and yeah, it's a ridiculous job, ridiculously hard job.
Mm.
That they saw, the cops saw, and even we have videos of the police saying it's great.
This
We're not
guy,
having
this cop.
problems.
Yeah.
You know,
we have videos. We saw. I was trying to send you the footage earlier of when they towed the bubble bus. That was, you know, it's circumstances like that that make you just go, what are they doing? There definitely is something wrong here. So I don't know. It's a catch-22 for sure.
Yeah, that's why I started videoing, honestly, not because I knew what was right and wrong, but I knew that if there was something wrong happening and it was happening to me, I wanted proof that it was happening.
That's right.
Because
like you were so heavily targeted. I mean, even Rolling Thunder, that was what a hot mess that was, with the perfect levels of corruption once again. You know, that little bylaw officer and little Officer McDimples and stuff, they just were just so disgusting.
We'll deal with Rolling Thunder towards the end of this series, because that happened. That was our returning back to Ottawa after we left. And when we, honestly, I mean, the bubble bus did very well. I and the bubble bus did quite well in Ottawa, in that I wasn't arrested, I wasn't beaten, and my bank account wasn't frozen. However, if you were arrested or you were beaten or your bank account was frozen, you have a very small period of time right now, a couple of weeks, to file charges. We'll get you information as to the people you should contact. I believe that there is class action lawsuits as well as individual lawsuits, but you must take action right away. So get off your butt and find out what you need to do. All right.
February 8th, I believe, is the deadline.
There we go. And I'm not sure exactly who to talk to about that. Kristen Nagel might be a good one, but I'm pretty sure she's overseas and or down in the Caribbean, whatever. But we'll get it sorted. I'm going to jump to this day. Danny DeSantis and Big Ed. Danny DeSantis and Big Ed. They got a couple things to say here.
Company don't get mad. It plays the same way for him. Go ahead, you're not going to tell you our trucker revenues, but I'll at least tell you that.
Yeah, buddy.
It doesn't work. That's why they've made ivermectin is illegal. You got to buy horse space in Canada to get ivermectin off the shelf. Dude, that shit works. It works. Okay, there's no side effects. Actually, I'm kidding with you guys. I haven't taken ivermectin horse space when I got sick, so it'll work great.
All right. All right, so folks, just so you know what's going on here, this is a police line that they put up. Okay, so it's like a hard block police line. Oh, it moves. It moves.
It'll kill you.
It's a little tough to move, that's all. Little tough. So they're pushing back the line, and and the cops are, holding their line. So we're gonna see what happens. This is
lots of
look at us.
Like there was couches and chairs at every random corner. Like,
yep.
it was mentioned last night, and I remember this was the very beginning of the convoy, but by the time it progressed on, the truck horns got coordinated and they were playing tunes together. It was quite amazing. So this might sound like a bit of a cacophony, but it sounded better a little bit later on.
Yeah.
All right. So,
we're going live on Instagram.
Folks, tell me what the convoy meant to you.
Oh, man, you know what? It like I said, it's the greatest experience of my life for sure. It brought back a lot of hope for, like everybody says, brought back a lot of faith in humanity.
Mm-hmm.
It made me feel alive again. Unfortunately, a lot of that was crushed in the last couple days, but it made everything I experienced there and saw there made me want to go out and do better.
It made me proud to be a Canadian.
Yes.
is what it really did for me. And I still hold that. And I see certain things happening, even like the trucker convoy that's taking place in the States right now. And I'm like, you know what? That was us. That was Canadians that really any of the things that are taking place anywhere in the world right now, the
Germany and
farmers
France right
and
now. Yep.
yeah, and I just think that was it was Canada that really, started that, I believe, and really put meaning behind standing up for your rights and freedoms and country. And I was proud. I was very proud.
Very proud.
I am very proud.
Certainly by the convoy. I mean, the convoy, as we've latestly heard, that's a new word that I just made up. It's called latestly. Latestly, I've heard that the Texas convoy was like 20 miles long. Is that about accurate as far as you know? Because I know you guys are down in the States there somewhere.
Yeah, so it's there's 3 different convoys working their way down to the border. They are planning to cover the border from California right to Texas.
But no different than it was in Canada. They're not reporting a whole lot on it.
Yeah, it's being very hushed.
But there's a boatload of people apparently.
Yeah.
700,000 trucks.
They're talking upwards of 700,000 vehicles and people in general. So there's a lot of people already working their way down there. Now there's already people that are going down there against what Texas is doing, and they're actually bringing food and supplies for the migrants and trying to help them get through.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but one thing I did see really cool though is I do try and catch whatever videos I can from independent journalisms and journalists. And there was one truck parked at the border and it had a Canadian and American flag on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, there it is. That was super cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's definitely obviously different circumstances, but led from people knowing the power of what Canada did with the trucks and all the people that were there. It's not just the trucks,
Yeah, it was totally the people, man. I mean, like there was, I would suggest that there was probably more vehicles that were not big trucks than there were big trucks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
School buses.
Yeah, buddy. Well, there's a few of those.
We should have held that line. That should have been moved up ahead of time. And what we should.
Okay, I'm in there. As I go through these videos, I see how many times I broke the law according to the law.
Right.
If you tell people to do something or inform them as to what they should do, and that ends up in a law being broken, you can be counseling for mischief.
Yeah, right.
Weird.
Supporting mischief, counseling mischief.
What do you think is needed?
All right. So here's an interview we made with a young lady. Actually, you know what? We're going to skip just a little bit past that.
So Ghost Town, right? We're coming up upon the Parliament. And that crane's still there because I can see that flame.
Okay, now this is a little bit later. You know what we're going to do? Here we are. So this is during the day. This was illustrating how they were blocking.
Oh, this is the paramedic bus I saw yesterday. It's like a public bus, but it's paramedics.
So,
all right. So it looks like you can drive within 4.
Came into 4 here. Whether it was paramedic buses, whether or not it was ambulances, whether or not it was police of every stripe. It seemed like every governmental agency that had any kind of assets were there in some shape or fashion. Didn't you notice it was kind of hard to tell one from the other after a little while?
Yeah, it was for sure. It you didn't know who was who, what was what.
You didn't know.
Yeah, the only thing you would see a fire patch or something like that on uniforms to differentiate, but no.
Yeah, but even for there were all kinds of different police from all over the place, and you were like, half of them, were speaking French, and you were just like, you had no idea if they were even legit cops or, it was weird.
Yeah.
It's very strange to me.
Yeah, that's the thing. Some of them had no badge numbers, no identifying marks whatsoever, just green looking scary things with a bunch of hard exoskeleton items.
Right.
Walking in groups. there'd always be like 5 to 10 of them, and they would
Mhm.
just walk in groups all over.
Yeah, I was concerned that they were kettlebelling us last night. As I'm looking at more of the footage, I can see that they were just doing patrols. It's amazing how much you learn when you look at this footage, man. I'm telling you, I know more about police than I ever would have thought I would have known.
Yeah.
Because now I'm concerned that I might be the target of their, activities. Weirdest thing ever. Never would have thought that in my life, Try to be a law-abiding citizen and such.
And we certainly do need more politicians that are on our side. Next up, we're going to have police on guard for thee. We've got... Sorry guys, we're going to clear this up in just 1 second. Everybody wants to come up.
It's in medical school, which seems like a...
Like, now these streets were packed here on the weekend. It's considerably...
This was Monday. Last year, right now, was Monday, right?
Right.
I'm pretty sure. So what you're looking at, the crowds and everything you're looking at here is not the biggest they were, because they would swell at the weekend and then dwindle during the week. So this being Monday of last week,
We're going to talk to all those people.
we're very light.
All right, so we're going to move on down the street a little bit.
Yeah, it was quite drastic.
We're going to get a look at what the scene...
Buddy. Sorry about that.
Okay. I was just saying that, yeah, the drastic change between the weekends and the week was pretty mind-blowing for sure. And there were times like that's when we got more nervous. Was when you're down there and you've got a quarter of the people, it definitely make you a little more nervous.
Now, do you remember what day it was that they actually incurred upon us and got us out of there like 3 weeks afterwards? We'll figure it out later on. I don't remember what day it was.
Well, we didn't leave right away though. They started trying to get everybody out, and they were breaking the windows and bringing the horses in, but we were there until...
It was a couple
Actually,
days.
I don't think that we left until we watched Tom Marazzo's meeting at the
Rideau.
the Rideau.
Whatever.
That morning we went in, and we didn't even know who Tom was at that time, but he was, I don't know, like the spokesperson for whatever. I don't know what it was, but like the people that were most of the eyes were on. But anyways, they had already been, Tamara had been arrested. I think Chris had been arrested. Pat had been arrested, and the bank accounts had been froze. And then he did a press meeting or whatever in our hotel, actually. And he was like, it was brutal. He's like, it's time to go. We need to go. People are getting hurt. And this isn't what we wanted, and this isn't what we're trying to do. And, I hate to say this, but it is time. And then I think we stayed maybe 2 more days, and then everybody had kind of cleared out at that point, and then we left as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the problem, the people, that's the first time people got hurt. There was one, I'll tell you a story that I haven't told too many people. We were down on the far end of Wellington after the cops had already gone past Parliament, smashing the windows. I can't remember the streets down that way working. But anyways, there was a bunch of parliamentary police standing behind a big chain link fence. And there was a girl who was just standing on the sidewalk, and she had slipped on the ice and broke her arm. And I went over to the police and I'm like, guys, there's a girl over here with a broken arm. Could you possibly get her a medic or something? And the cop's response was, told you not to be here. And just looked at me and grinned.
I had that on film. I filmed that whole thing.
And and I was so disgusted. And that's one of those moments where you really realize how deep in trouble we are.
Yeah,
when
man.
a cop laughs that somebody's got a broken arm,
just sit there
and
watch.
refuse to help, I was like,
it's amazing. We're so spoiled here in Canada. I say that because my wife some years ago was in Guyana, and she witnessed a woman getting hit by a car, but because of the shade of the brown of her skin, she was neglected at the hospital. and her mother had to, my wife's mother had to get very berate and loud with them in order for them to treat them. So we don't have that problem, but we've got our own version of it, don't we?
Yeah.
It's
100%, and it's sad and it's scary because I mean we're the country that's always, supposed to have everything we need and be well taken care of. And I'm sorry, but I say that's half the problem. I really feel that the government's been grooming the people for years and years and years. We're just here. We're going to give you this. Don't worry. We'll take care of you. We're going to give you this. We're going to take care of you. And then they drop the hammer on you and they own you. And that is what's happening in Canada.
Yeah, brother. Well, I mean, I wish I could disagree with you. On that note, because it's just so damn uplifting, I'm going to take us over to a resource that if you haven't used yet, you should. I'm using it. Not all my footage is here, but I understand there is some footage here. But this resource, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do this. Okay, so just hang on tight. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to press the buttons that says this, that, and the other thing. And all of a sudden, I should be able to do this. Yay. Can you see that, folks? Can you see the map?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can. Okay, cool. This is a site called convoylive.com. Up at the top here, you put in the day, that something was happening at the convoy. Today is the 31st of January. And then you put in a time, let's say 2:00 p.m., 2:41 p.m. You press go, and what happens is on this map, it shows you the people that were live streaming and where they were live streaming from. Not only that, yeah, cool, eh? And not only that, if you go to the bottom of the screen, there's the videos where they were originally sourced. So if you wanted to see what, let's just say this is Monday, January 31st at 2:41 p.m., what Viva Fry was saying, well, let's click on Viva Fry here, and it'll take us right over to the to his page here. We watch this little ad because why wouldn't you want to get the best music in SFX for you or whatever?
Wow.
This is the crazy part. Now, you've seen Parliament. This is downtown Ottawa, and
so there you go.
That's pretty wild.
What is
you get it. This is convoylive.com. It's see this one up here, convoylive.com. And basically there's 706 hours of footage uploaded here, time stamped and geographically stamped, so you can see what was happening where. Now they don't have everything, but I'm working with the young lady that works with that thing to hopefully get Druthers on there. If you haven't heard of Druthers, go to druthers.net. It's the one of the foremost independent freedom magazines that is free, literally free here in Canada, that gives you an alternative news outlook. So please do that at some point. And stop sharing the screen. See these guys again. So yeah, convoylive.com. Pretty cool, eh?
That is really neat. Now I'm gonna have something absorbing my time more.
Yeah, man. I mean, you can go to a really extensive version of what we're doing here, and we're going to work with her to make the resource even better. So that's not a bad thing.
Yep. No, that's very cool. Definitely be checking it out.
All right. So, was there anything else about the convoy that stuck out to you that you remember that you maybe made your head shake or made your spirits rise? One or the other.
So much. It was cold.
It was cold.
It was so
It was cold.
I've never been so cold in my whole life.
For me, I guess the main thing for me that I can say is that from
is it actually that cold?
What's that?
I'm sorry, you glitched there for a second. I think the Matrix had a mind meld.
Probably. I was just saying, for me, even leading up to the convoy with everything in the fight at Peterburgers, the people that became family, the friends, those some of the highlights. I mean, walking up by the fire and seeing Eddie Bear and getting a big bear hug from him, Ryan, D, all you guys, like so many of you, and just my heart as a human has never been so full with the people because of the people that we've met during this time. You know, and we can't read all the comments, unfortunately. I can't see them all, but I'm going to look at them later. But I do want to say to all the people that supported us from day one, you know, we still thank you. We still love you all so much. And it meant the world.
Hey, wonderful.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you guys have done so much for so many, and it's funny how I know you guys are busy building a new life and everything, but the old life that you lived seems to live on, and the people that are wearing your clothing. I've wore the Hold Fast sweater every night that I've broadcast this until tonight because I kind of had to just wash it.
We've been watching them. I'm like, he's wearing Hold Fast. You know, and I do have to say, I have to correct you though, Jim.
Yes.
The only reason I'm not wearing my Hold Fast is because it's in the laundry too. We definitely are working on some stuff for ourselves, but this isn't just a building a new life thing. We are 100% still all about this, and don't kid yourself for 1 second. If the time rises, we'll be there. We're not gone. We are not gone.
Dude, don't even get me started. I have no doubt about that. Okay, look, you guys needed to take some time and get your shit together. The whole world was crowding around you and banging you on the head with sharp objects. I mean, you can't expect to keep that pace up. You got to go take care of yourself, get your shit in order, and then, oh man, no, man, you look. I don't know how many nights we slept on the floor of your restaurant. I got a tattoo. I think it was like my second tattoo in the world, my second tattoo ever. Laying, in your restaurant, and I will never forget not only the determination but the incredible spirit that you guys displayed, man. I mean, it was just no surrender, no shame, no nut, man. You were just right out there telling people what they needed to hear, and damn impressive as far as I'm concerned.
We greatly appreciate that, but it was a lot. We had a very large backbone in all of you, so.
Yeah.
Well, you still got that backbone. I'm going to sit back here, play a little bit of footage for the folks, maybe for another, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Is there anything else you want to hit people with? Where are you at? What's the thing? What do you need the world to know? Honestly, like what?
They didn't win. We won. We're happy. We've still got a lot of fight in us. A lot of Canadians made us stronger. We've grown a lot, and no matter how brutal the assault on us was from the people that disagreed with us, instead of calling them haters, I'm sure some of them are watching. Y'all didn't make a dent. It means nothing to us. We're good.
Oh man, why does that not surprise me?
So, but yeah, man, we're loving what you're doing with these videos, and we watch them every night on the way home from work, and we watch them, and that's great. I think this is a genius thing to be doing, and you read through the comments, and everybody it just makes everybody so happy, brings tears of joy back after all this time. It's still, man, we can't let this fire go out.
Yeah, man. And we do have an upswing up here in Canada. It might be my own perspective, but I've felt that things have changed just recently from the news that we're getting as far as the I don't know, the Coots 4. Come on, man. They're like 718 days in jail with no trial. Okay. And then Tucker Carlson comes up with an audience of 11 million people. I don't care what you think about the guy. He's got an audience, and he brought some attention to it. So that's amazing. Not only that, we do have the Emergency Act being declared legal. Yes, folks, 100% legal. We didn't do anything wrong. All right?
Right.
The kicked us out. Did it too soon because we would have had the whole country in our hands by now.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
And we can do it peacefully, and we can do it, but we got to be determined, and we got to stay close with good friends like you guys, man. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate it. We love you, buddy.
All right, I'm going to play the next video to the end, and we'll let everybody fade off after that. But if there's anything else you want to share with them, contact information, anything, just maybe a little something in case somebody wants to talk to you about something.
You can always still contact us on Holdfast. The Holdfast page is still there. We're probably getting about 50 new people a day still.
The numbers don't change.
The numbers won't
No way.
change on the thing though, which
It's
is weird. But you can always contact on there. Our personal Facebook pages, we have locked those down to keep very private and quieted down right now. But we're always available through Holdfast, and we do have people that message us that are looking for advice on this and that or support for this and that, and we can usually always direct them to somebody through that. So we're still here for you guys in any way that we can help. We're just taking a little bit of time for ourselves right now too, but we are still here.
You're too much. And by the way, I make sure everybody knows I give you guys the credit for coming up with the idea going around Trudeau's house a month before the trucker convoy came, because it was your idea. I remember you brought me up to the window and said,
so much fun. That was so much fun.
That was one of the best
such a
times
great
ever.
night.
I should play that clip again just because, you know.
Oh, you
Do
should.
you have the one of you where you grab a hold of the fence and you're like,
when you jumped on the
my
fence?
gosh.
Oh God, I don't even know about
That
that.
was
man.
hilarious.
Oh my Lord, that was
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
Let's see. You got that video? One of them?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen that one yet. I did see the going up to the Trudeau thing. Hold on, let me just. I'll see if I can pull up one of them here. Trudeau. You know what? I don't even friggin' mention his name in my computer. You know that? Like I don't. So I'm searching for the file, but I don't have his name. What was it? Oh damn.
That would have been Bear Hug.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Okay, well, hold on. I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna put another video on right now. Hang on, don't leave just yet, okay?
All right,
Don't
buddy.
leave just yet.
All
I'm gonna do a thing, and then I'm gonna do a thing, okay? Hold on. Okay. Let's see if I can find this thing. Now, this was 2 years ago today on the streets of Ottawa. There's Calvin. Oh, we're gonna have him on the show.
That young lady, if you'll remember last night, we had an interview with, she vowed she ain't leaving. So far, she's sticking to her part of the bargain.
Okay, found it.
Oh, come on.
Oh my God.
Oh, hold on. I can't do this, man. The copyright god struck me down last night and deleted my video
because of the
I played another
music.
ACDC thing. Hold on. I wonder
Can
if
you
I
turn
play
the
a
sound
piece.
off on it?
What? I
Turn
can
the
turn
sound off on
but
it.
it's just not as much. Da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na. Loud.
Oh, he was angry that night. He was so angry at us.
You know you shook me.
You know you shook me.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
it.
And then another song comes on.
That's great. Oh, yeah. That boy did not get too much sleep that night.
No, I know you didn't, because you were directing the entire convoy. If
But
I
remember when we pulled up around the cottage, all you saw coming from the buildings back, because they're set back quite a bit from the fence, was flashlights flickering. There was so many cops came running out of the compound there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the best.
The Secret Service. So that was where we went after this, right? Like this was the place. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We originally went here, but it turned out the Prime Minister's house has actually been under construction for like 20 years. So we went around to the cottage where he's staying, which is beside the Governor General's house or whatever. And we just kept circling it, and then eventually all got out and just had a party.
Yeah, we did.
Speakers up on top of the bubble bus, blasting Welcome to the
Everybody
Revolution and Tom McDonald. And oh my God, that night was such a rush. It was so much fun.
I think the lasers were freaking them out.
Yep.
Ah!
And little did he know, if he knew what was coming just a couple months later, huh?
Right.
There's a video here, man, where I went on and we were dancing or whatever, and I went, we came back with some friends. And that's what it felt like.
Right?
It felt like
Right?
you know?
Oh my gosh. That was a blast, man. That was a good time for sure. We definitely
we had a good run.
We had a good run. Yeah.
Damn right. We'll have another one if it ever comes time. I love you guys, man. I'm going to let the
100%.
audience feed off here. We're a little bit past 8. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks for having us, brother.
Love
we
ya.
love you. Say hi to everybody.
All right. Without question, you guys are the best. I cannot wait to see you guys again. We're going to have to come and visit you in the States, and let's hope everybody down in Texas does it right, just like we did up in Canada. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys.
All right.
Love you, man.
Love you, brother.
Okay, are you gonna drive? I'll be good for now. Yeah. And then I'll come down. Yeah, I'm good.
Don't play that music too long, it might keep going.
We spent the last little while outside of the Prime Minister's house, and now we're heading down the road, baby. And it goes on and on. Woo!
If you're leaving folks, I hope to see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, yeah, you know what's going to happen. You're going to be having a great meeting with Joe and the Cesar. Yo, man, this guy is possessed. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time, YouTube, Facebook, all the things.
I think we'll have to go up to Parliament now. What do you think? All right, well, I'm gonna hang around here a little bit more. We're gonna go live on Instagram at Church of Bubbles to go live at Parliament. Well, we'll get there in about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. What we got going on? Oh, wow, I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys are still here. Okay, cool. Well, there you go. We got a bunch of people here still. I had a conversation with my wife right there. I hope you all didn't hear it all. It felt kind of rude. I was rude to my wife. Well, not rude, but, you know, could have been better. Yeah. What is it? No, you go. Look at the people up in the hotel with their masks on, looking at what's going outside. Yeah! Okay. Oh, that guy saw me coming. All the people in there, some of them have more courage. Yeah, what a thing, eh? Well, okay, well, you know what? I'll travel with me up to Parliament. How about that? We'll stay live until we get up to Parliament. We'll give you a little boo and then we'll move over. You realize this is a deliberate tactic to get you to sign up for the channel, right? We're gonna have a YouTube channel and then we'll just keep talking about that nonsense. It'll be called at Church of Bubbles, whatever it is, all right? Good times. So, the Fairmont Chateau Laurier. I have some friends that I have come to appreciate. He helped me fix my fireplace who were staying there the other night in some big presidential suite. I think we were bunkering down in the bus. It's a surprisingly balmy, probably -10 on whatever scale that is. So it's comfortable. Dress well though. Make sure you have a place to stay. All right, I'll pick up the pace a little bit. Yeah. They didn't throw a snowball at you or anything, did they? They didn't just go by and throw a snowball at you or anything, did they? All right, all right. Thank you for being a considerate non-garbage throw-router. You'll notice the streets are impeccably clean, actually. There is no garbage around. There's no messes whatsoever, other than the signs that have been left on the fence. There's garbage bags hanging everywhere. Everyone's being respectful. There are lanes that have been opened up so that all of the vehicles can get through if necessary, and yet the truckers are not moving. They're breaking them up so that they can't be all together, but they're still all together with each other in their little group. So, man, this is trippy ass shit, man. Clearly, we're getting closer to Parliament. Who we got? Hey, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. All right, we're good. Yeah, we're giving the people a look around, see what's going on. Yeah? What are you into?
So,
Hey! How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Why don't you two get in here and give us a little something? Okay, so we collectively between the three of us have been at this for a little while. And it doesn't feel now like it used to feel before. Something's a little different. All right, guys, so introduce yourselves and tell us what's up.
Stary Hazelmas,